Hi, welcome to the show. I'm Vida and this is the weekly news roundup. Let's take a look at our top national and business story this week. Cambodian People's Party dominates council elections. Prime Minister Hun Sen highlights achievement during UN meeting. Appeal court overturns convictions of 6 unionists. Russian Today news fixer accused of incitement pleads not guilty. Hun Sen calls for more investment from Japan during trip. The National Election Committee on Monday said the ruling Cambodian People's Party garnered the most votes during the recent council elections. NEC spokesman Hong Potia said the CPP garnered 11,123 out of 11,565 votes cast by commute councillors. There were 559 municipal and provincial seats up for grabs in Phnom Penh and the 24 provinces, along with 3,555 council seats in the rest of the kingdom, district and cities. It is not clear how many seats the CPP will win as the NEC will publish official results in early June. Mr. Potia said aside from the CPP, 5 other parties were able to garner votes. Prime Minister Hun Sen during his trip to Bangkok for United Nations meeting on Monday highlighted achievement in ending war during a time of conflict in Cambodia. Mr. Hun Sen was in Bangkok to attend the UN Economic and Social Commission of Asia and the Pacific. During his speech, he said civil war in Cambodia lasted more than 30 years and ended when Khmer cadets defected and joined his government. He noted that the win-win policy he championed was effective because it ensured that Khmer cadets had the right to live, work and have their assets protected. Ken Pia, Director General of the International Relations Institute of the Royal Academy of Cambodia, said Mr. Hun Sen's speech had an important lesson for the world to learn. Aside from the win-win policy, Mr. Hun Sen highlighted the kingdom's social protection policies and economic growth. The Court of Appeal on Tuesday quashed the convictions of 6 union leaders found guilty of instigating violence over their roles in minimum wage protests that turned violent. The violent protests occurred in 2013 and early 2014. Phnom Penh Municipal Court in December found unionists Athun, Yangsapon, Pasina, Momyam, Rongchun and Germany guilty of charges ranging from instigating violence to causing damage and obstructing traffic. The court handed down 30 months suspended sentences to the unionists after they were found guilty of being involved in the protest. In November, Prime Minister Hun Sen asked the Justice and Labour Ministers to review or dismiss the case of the union leaders. Mr. Sina, president of the Cambodian Alliance of Trade Unions, said Mr. Hun Sen played an important role in the Court of Appeal decision. Roundup May, a former Russian Today news fixer, on Thursday in court pleaded not guilty to incitement to discriminate over his role in the production of sex trafficking documentary. On December 13, Phnom Penh Municipal Court charged Mr. Rodmany with incitement to discriminate for aiding Ortiz productions of the My Mother Sold Me film, which was dismissed as fake news by the government. Mr. Rodmany said he could not accept the charge. He also denied producing the film and coercing his sources into admitting that they were sold by their mothers. Mr. Rodmany said in court that he was only a translator and that he did not coerce sources on what to say. And on to our top business story. Prime Minister Hun Sen earlier this week called for more investment from Japan as he delivered a speech during his trip to Tokyo to attend the 25th International Conference on the Future of Asia. Addressing hundreds of Japanese and international business representatives and potential investors, Mr. Hun Sen praised the quality of Japanese investment and its positive impact on the Cambodian economy and society. From 1994 to the first quarter of 2019, the Council for the Development of Cambodia registered 137 projects by Japanese companies, with a total investment of $2.5 billion. Most of these projects were in the energy, assembling of electronic components, auto spare parts, agro-industry, food processing, hospitality, health and retail sectors. Mr. Hun Sen said there are about 1,700 Japanese-run businesses in the kingdom. This is all for this week. Join us again next week for another edition of the Weekly News Roundup. I'm Vida. Have a good weekend.